I know I saw those messages.
You're imagining things again. You always do this.
Have you ever found yourself constantly second-guessing your own memory, your perception, or even your sanity in a relationship? You remember something happening one way, but someone else insists it never happened, or that you're just being too sensitive or crazy. If this sounds familiar, you might be experiencing a subtle but incredibly damaging form of psychological manipulation known as gaslighting. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this toxic behavior, learn how to spot it, and most importantly, talk about how you can reclaim your reality. So, what exactly is gaslighting? The term comes from a 1938 play and later a film called Gaslight, where a husband systematically manipulates his wife into believing she's losing her mind. He dims the gas-powered lights in their home, but tells her she's imagining it. In modern terms, gaslighting is a pattern of behavior where an abuser manipulates information to make a victim question their own memory, perception, and sanity. It's a key tactic used by narcissists and other manipulators to gain power and control. It's not a simple disagreement or a difference in opinion. It's a deliberate and often repeated strategy to undermine your sense of reality. The gaslighter's goal is to erode your self-confidence so much that you become dependent on them for your understanding of the world. It's insidious, confusing, and can leave deep emotional scars. To protect yourself, you first need to recognize the signs. Let's break down some common gaslighting techniques. First, there's outright denial. The gaslighter will say something like, "That never happened," or "I never said that," even when you have clear proof. They say it with such conviction that you start to doubt your own memory. Another common tactic is countering. They question your memory of events. They might say you have a terrible memory, or you're imagining things again. This is designed to make you feel unreliable and untrustworthy of your own mind. Then there's trivializing your feelings. When you express hurt or concern, they'll dismiss your emotions as invalid. You'll hear phrases like, "You're overreacting," "You're being too sensitive," or "Why are you making such a big deal out of this?" This tactic makes you feel like your feelings don't matter, that you're the one with the problem for feeling the way you do. Another powerful technique is withholding. They might refuse to engage in a conversation, saying, "I'm not doing this again," or pretend they don't understand what you're talking about. This shuts down communication and leaves you feeling isolated and unheard. Gaslighters are also masters of diversion. When you try to discuss their behavior, they'll change the subject or turn the accusation back on you. For example, they might say, "You're just saying that because you're angry about what you did last week." Suddenly, you're the one on the defensive, and the original issue is completely forgotten. This is a classic bait-and switch. And perhaps one of the most confusing tactics is when they mix positive reinforcement with their manipulation. They'll shower you with praise or affection after a period of intense gaslighting, which can be incredibly disorienting. This hot and cold behavior keeps you off balance and hopeful that the good person will return, making it harder to leave. Over time, all these tactics create a fog of confusion, making you feel like you're walking on eggshells, constantly questioning yourself. So, how does gaslighting feel from the inside? If you're a victim, you might find yourself constantly apologizing, not just for your actions, but for who you are. You feel like you can't do anything right. You might frequently second-guess your decisions, your memories, and your perceptions. You might even start to believe you are too sensitive or crazy, just as the gaslighter has told you. Another key sign is a feeling of deep confusion and disorientation. You have this nagging sense that something is wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on it. You may feel more anxious and less confident than you used to be. You might also find yourself making excuses for the gaslighter's behavior to friends and family, isolating yourself because it's easier than trying to explain the confusing dynamic of your relationship. You might feel lonely and powerless, as if you've lost touch with the person you once were. Recognizing these feelings is the first crucial step toward healing. It's the moment you realize the problem isn't you. It's the behavior you're being subjected to. This realization is incredibly empowering. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. So, if you've identified that you're being gaslit, what can you do? The first step is to trust your gut, that feeling that something is wrong. It's your internal alarm system and it's working. Don't dismiss it. Your feelings are valid, even if someone is trying to convince you otherwise. Next, start gathering proof. This isn't for the gaslighter. Arguing with them will likely just lead to more gaslighting. This proof is for you. It's to reinforce your own reality. Write things down in a journal. Save text messages or emails. When an event happens, write down what was said and how it made you feel as soon as you can. When the gaslighter later denies or twists the event, you can look back at your notes and affirm your own memory. This simple act of documentation can be a powerful anchor to reality. You also need to create some space. This can be physical or emotional distance. You don't have to engage in every argument. You have the right to say, "I'm not going to discuss this with you," and walk away. Setting boundaries is key. A boundary could be as simple as stating, "I know what I saw," or "I disagree with your version of events, and I'm not going to argue about it." You don't need their permission to have your own perspective. Remember, you're not responsible for their reaction to your boundaries. Your only responsibility is to yourself and your well-being. One of the most important steps you can take is to seek outside support. Gaslighting thrives in isolation. Talk to a trusted friend, a family member, or a therapist. Describing the situation to a neutral third party can help you see it more clearly. Hearing someone else say, "That's not normal," or "That's not okay," can be incredibly validating. A therapist, especially one experienced in emotional abuse, can provide you with tools and strategies to cope and heal. They can help you rebuild the self-esteem that the gaslighting has eroded. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Finally, focus on self-care. Reconnect with yourself. What did you enjoy doing before this relationship? What makes you feel strong and capable? Re-engage with hobbies, spend time with supportive people, and practice self-compassion. Healing from gaslighting is a process of rebuilding trust in yourself. It's about learning to listen to your own voice again and honoring your own reality. It takes time, and it's okay to have good days and bad days. Be patient and kind to yourself as you navigate this journey. It's also important to understand that you cannot change a gaslighter. Their behavior is about their own need for control, not about you. Trying to fix them or make them see the error of their ways is often a futile effort that will only lead to more frustration and self-doubt. The most powerful choice you can make is to focus on your own healing and safety. For some, this may mean ending the relationship. This is a difficult and personal decision, and it's important to have a safety plan and support system in place if you choose this path. For others, it might mean establishing very firm boundaries within the relationship while working with a professional. If what we've talked about today resonates with you, please know that you are not alone and you are not crazy. What you have experienced is real, and it is a form of abuse. If you feel overwhelmed or are in crisis, please reach out for help. You can contact a local domestic violence hotline or mental health service. We'll put some resources in the description below. Your perception of the world is valid. Your feelings matter. And you have the right to be in relationships where you are respected, heard, and valued. Recognizing gaslighting is the first step to reclaiming your power and your life. Thank you so much for watching today. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on mental health and healthy relationships. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in the next one.